Hello, it's Ricardo and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. Yep, system colonization is proving to have quite a few questions and posing quite a few problems for people. As in, where do I find a decent system to go and colonize? Or, for example, where do I go and find the materials I need to build either my ground base, my ground hub, my station, or orbital outpost? Today we're going to look at some third-party tools in INARA for system prospecting and also material finding. We're going to look at SPANSH as well for finding systems and investigating systems, and look at the in-game gal map. If anything, system colonization as part of the Trailblazers update has highlighted yet again how the in-game tools for Elite Dangerous could be said to be somewhat lacking. Now that's okay, because it allows third-party tools like SPANSH, INARA, EDDB, for example, to fill that gap. Now with system colonization, some of the main aspects you want to be looking at is where to find materials, but primarily where to find a really good system. We've got the good old galaxy map. Now I've got my current systems. I've got one that I'm currently working on and one that I've already established. However, this is the normal view. You're seeing everything in realistic mode. To have a look at system colonization, select the system colonization icon on the left hand side. Here you can see my colonies and unclaimed are selected. These are unclaimed colonies that potentially I can get involved in. So the white dots, you can see by selecting them, I've got the view system map selection. You'll only get that if you've been there, done a little bit of exploration. As you can see, that's a good system. It's got some opportunities here. Not many, there's no ringed planets, but it all depends what you're after. However, if you haven't been anywhere, and you can't buy the data if any of your squad have not been there, then you're at a bit of a loss, to be perfectly honest with you, because you have to go out there and do a bit of scanning and do a bit of research. Typically, this brown dwarf star, it may well be bereft of life. So you're going to have to do a little bit of exploration. You're going to have to do a little bit of prospecting. Now, if there are certain systems that do catch your eye, and you could say, I'm in this one particular area here by Naguri, you can take the Naguri and put it into the third-party tools, and they'll do some of the heavy lifting for you. Okay, so here we are in INARA. The first thing we're going to look at is search nearest. Here we go. So we're going to type in the star system that we want to search the nearest to. So Nguri, for example, that's where I started off. What we're going to do now is then go star systems, type in Nguri again. Then we're going to say population, none, because we need a state that is devoid of anything, right? So if we say minor faction not present is present, we'll just do a search. Now this will take a little bit of time because everyone's using INARA. Everyone's going to be using SPANSH, right? Their servers are going to be crawling. So one of the things that I'm doing is when I see a system that I fancy, I am going to turn around. Let's just zoom in on that so everyone can see what we're doing. And I'm going to right click and then open in a new tab. Just like this. And I'm going to have a host of new tabs at the top screen. Next up, I'm then going to select each one of them in turn, select on bodies. But on the overview section, we're going to take a good look here and make sure there's nobody here. Okay, into bodies. Well, there's a reason why nobody's here, because there's no points really. You can just bung a station in and that's it. There's going to be no income, so to speak. Moving on to the next one. Again, we're just seeing that there's not much there at all. You may have to go a bit further afield. This one seems quite nice. Look at it. So there's no minor factions or anyone here. There's a Class T brown dwarf star here in this particular system. Clicking on bodies reveals that, yeah, you've got a couple of landable planets there. thin neon atmospheres. Completely up to you. So you can decide what you wanna go for. So here we are back in INARA. This is the main screen. So, okay, something else I want to show you is how to find materials if you don't already know. A lot of commanders do, a lot of commanders don't. There's an awful lot of new commanders here. So we're going to go into data. We're going to data, and then we're going on to commodities. Okay, so I want to buy, select the star system where you're based, steel. There's additional options where you can say, okay, where do you want the price range, and anything up to an hour, really. Okay, you want to get this as quickly as possible. The price conditions, landing pad. Well, if you're rocking around in your cutter, being sent to an outpost is no good for you. So you want to make sure there's a large landing pad there. Any distance, that'll suit you, sir. Okay, so here we go. We've done our search on steel. Okay, here it is. There's all our additional items. We're going to search. There's our search. Search by sorted by distance. We can see Futura Prospect has got 778 tons of steel. That suits us. And then also you've got some of the other ones, the larger ones, Arnold, Orbital, with quite a bit more than that. So, we're not going to go running out of steel anytime soon. Recently, Frontier have also boosted CMM composites. As you can see, the search here for that is returning some nice numbers now. Look, 20,000 there. Oof, that'll do for me. If only we had a ship big enough to wipe that completely out and transport it to our systems, not looking and searching for CMM composites ever again. And that's the beauty of this beta, because Frontier are tuning the availability of materials due to market demand as well, which is quite good. They want to find that sweet spot and remove unnecessary grind. Okay, so that was INARA, how to find systems and prospect some systems, and then also how to find some of your favorite materials or materials that you need for your outpost, your station, or your land base. Now let's talk about SPANSH. Yes, spansh.co.uk. I used to like SPANSH, well I still like SPANSH in fact, for helping to plot long fleet carrier jumps. As you know, currently we're limited to 500 light years for a fleet carrier jump, and if you want to jump over to the crystal shards, that can be a little bit laborious. Anyway, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about searching for systems using SPANSH. We've already seen INARA. So we're going to go to search and we're going to click on systems. And what we're going to do is we're going to set a reference system. This is the system where you're going to start from. Then you want to set population. Okay, so we want a population of the 0. Then what we want to do, so we got a reference system. So let's say Nguri. There it is. Right, we got a population of 0. Then we want to say, well, how many bodies do you really want in that area? And that'll try and cut down the ones with just one single star in it. So, you can set a little bit of a filter here. So the body count. There we go. Right. So the body count. So we want, let's say, I don't know, at least 7. For example, and then we'll click search. Now, here we go, straight away. These are the body counts. These are the distance in light years. Might want to change that. There you go. Now you can see the Extronipi Enterprise as the controlling faction. These are the players that have already gone in there and been doing some work and claimed those systems and are currently populating them. You can also set the results per page, or you can just start scrolling through willy-nilly. So you can see there's some decent ones here that haven't got anybody in it. And the body count as well, and a population of 0. So that could be quite interesting as well. So you've got the distance in light years. Currently it's set around 16. That might change in the future, but at the time of making this video it's 16. So you can see where people are expanding to and kind of make a more educated guess. So that one there, Col Sector 285 AQ A40-4, right, 12 light years. 10 bodies. Ooh. So what you could do then, right, is then right-click that, open that in a new tab. It's going to tell you all about it. There are the bodies. Great. It's anarchy. Even better. And away you go. And that's as of the 3rd of March. Now, that might be a bit of a problem. You never know. But these are all the bodies you get in it. Icy bodies. A bit like my ex-wife. Boom. And the distance away from the jump-in point over there. So between the two tools, between INARA, between SPANSH as well, it might save you a little bit of wavy, mousy, pointy clicking, wiggling of the joystick. Well, I hope you found this video interesting on how to do some prospecting, find the perfect system, and how to find materials using the third-party apps that, you know, really do augment Elite Dangerous. Let me know in the comments if you're using any of this, or if you've got another special tool that you'd like to see me showcase. Because, hey, colonization, it's a little bit of a grind. It's going to be tough. We've got to try and make it a little bit easier. Thanks very much for watching. I've been Ricardo. I'll see you soon.